All right, folks, welcome back. We are back, and we are back better than ever, Rob. How we doing, big fella?
Good. How are yourself, Tom?
I'm doing good. It's a little chilly out, Rob. Uh,
Yeah.
there's snow in the forecast next week.
Yep.
Otherwise, we've been pretty lucky with weather. I have to be honest. It's been pretty mild. It hasn't really
Yeah.
been too cold.
Yeah. I would much rather see the snow than the rain, though. I can't stand the rain when it's this cold.
This is true. I'll give you that. Not a big snow guy. I don't know who is besides Hook. Hook supposedly loves the snow. Uh, I mean, I like a good snowfall here and there. It is pretty, but I don't like it at all. Shoveling it, I don't like it. I like the look of
Oh,
it. That's about it.
yeah. No, I mean, I'd start up the snowblower the other weekend, just getting ready for this.
There
So,
you go. That's some man shit right there.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Got to get that. You got to get the fuel through the system and make sure
yep.
he's ready to go.
Oh yeah. Make sure the oil's good. Yeah, do grown up stuff. It's great.
That's right. Growing up, it never ends, Rob.
Never ends.
Did you catch any of the QBE shootout?
Yeah, I did. I watched a little bit of it. I enjoyed it. Um, it's kind of hard to. I don't know. I got caught off guard with some of the formats going back and forth, but no, I enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know. Anytime that you can have a mixed field event and also like team event, it's more enjoyable to watch. I think because next year, it's a complete mixed field event, right? It's LPGA and PGA.
Is that next year or 2024?
Oh, is it 20? I thought it was 2020.
It might be.
Oh, it's next year. It might be. I don't know. Either way, it's good because dude, Nelly Cordo was fucking sick over the weekend.
Yeah,
like she played. It's fun watching her play. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and our guy finally won.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I didn't catch a whole lot of it. I caught a little Saturday and barely the end on Sunday. But I agree. I love the format. I think anytime it's not singles, it's something interesting to watch. The team aspect is great. The fact that Hogan Thigala won it, I think is awesome. And we were just talking about before this, to count it as like your first win, I don't think Thigala is probably going to want that.
right.
But it's probably going to put a ton of confidence in him. Although he's got a lot of momentum coming.
Well, his interviews this all weekend were awesome, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just a genuine dude that I thought it was awesome that he didn't ever think past just getting his tour card, right, and keeping his tour card. It didn't sound. I mean, obviously everybody cares about wins, but his goal was to play on tour, right? So
Right.
It was cool to see him win. They played great on Sunday, and
Yeah.
I mean, he's I feel like he's such a clutch putter already,
Right.
So,
Right. I'm telling you, he's good. I think he's in a huge 2023 year. Like I said, I think he's going to be around for a while, especially with all the young guys coming up. But yeah, the QBE was awesome. Speaking of Nelly Corda, did you see that hybrid she hit on 18? And she almost
yeah, yeah.
Dude, she's just so good. It's insane.
Her chip-ins on Saturday, I don't know if you caught those. Those are awesome. Yeah, she just got such a nice, easy swing. And McCarthy made that freaking bomb of an eagle putt on Saturday, which was awesome. So it was a lot of good golf. Plus, I mean, she rocks Jordan. So
right. And then it's super cool to see Max Homa and Kisner giving her a little bit of praise. They're like, dude, the girl, she literally doesn't miss anywhere she's trying to hit the ball. And Max is like, she literally almost jarred like 4 different shots I saw her hit.
Yeah, no, it was she was awesome. I mean, because Lexi was in it too, but I didn't see much of that and much coverage of her. It was more of Nelly. But yeah, hopefully when it goes full field, mixed event, it's going to be really good.
Definitely. And I don't know if that it might be next year. I don't know. For some reason, I thought it was 2024. But yeah, I mean, the mixed I think is going to be super cool to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch any of the match 7 on?
Yeah, I watched so much golf this weekend. I felt like it was back in the summertime. It was great. Yeah, it was funny because the kids all week I promised them I'd go driving around in Hinsdale to see, the Christmas lights on the houses because they do it right over there, man. They pay for the whole freaking bang, big ass teddy bears, all that shit. It looks like winter wonderlands over there. So I'm like, we'll go there, we'll head out at 4:30 in time to be back in time for the match to start. So yeah, I came back, watched the whole thing. I enjoyed it. I really did. I just didn't, I wish they would have showed the last couple of holes because they did play them, but the coverage stopped. And I thought it'd be cool if they kept going and they just kind of like joked around, or if they actually bet their own money, right, for
Right.
fundraising, that
Right.
would have been a cool aspect of it. But I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I thought they were for sure going to play them regardless. I just
Yeah.
kind of had a feeling. I don't know why they stopped the coverage, but yeah, to your point, they could have, gone on with it and put up their own money. What would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I don't know. I'd probably give 8 or 9. I mean,
Yeah.
I felt like, you know, Rory was just there, right?
Yeah.
I kind of expected more out of him, not like golf wise, just like banter wise, I guess.
Yeah. Rory's pretty blah.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously, in his interviews, he's awesome. He's well spoken, but I just felt like he wasn't,
Yeah.
like rubbing the guys around, either. It was just like, I don't know, because I did get a kick out of like, Justin and Barkley going back and forth. That was fun. And Spieth trying to, talk some shit. That was fun, especially at the end with I mean, those bracelets crack me up. I feel like it's the World Series of Poker bracelets,
Yeah. Right.
And then like Tiger's reaction, or like, the whole Justin taking the cart key, that stuff was fun, and the course looked great. I mean, I thought that was awesome. It was interesting too. You never think about like the shadows, right? Of how the lights were hitting.
Yeah.
Was it hole 2 where right away their shadow was in the side of line where they teed up the ball, and they didn't know if they were putting the ball at the front of the feet or the back of feet. So, but no, I give it 8 or 9 to be honest with you.
I would be right there with you, and same kind of critiques or remarks. But back to Rory, I just don't think I love Rory. I just don't think he's one of the boys though. Like I almost feel like Rory has taken on the Tiger role when Tiger was in his prime, like kind of overly serious, and now we have this older Tiger who's able to kind of joke around, and Spieth and JT are just throwing jabs left and right. Like I just don't think that's Rory. Like I don't think that's how he is with his boys.
Sure. No, I mean that's a great point. Like I see what you're saying on that, but I mean some of the golf shots were awesome too. Like JT's whatever hook he did with his wedge, that was insane.
Yeah, in terms of the course, loved the course. I thought the lighting was great, but as it went on, I thought the lighting kind of stunk because I don't think they thought about like the misses. I thought I think they probably thought about like these guys are just going to be hitting fairways, they're going to be hitting greens, like some of the shots like that Rory, played out of the rough, like dude, you could barely even see, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to hit a hook around these trees, like. So I think that kind of fell off. There was a lot of like dim areas. I have some. This might sound crazy, but and gimmicky, but I think they probably should have went with a lighted golf ball so that you were able to see like certain shots,
like a legit night golf ball.
Yeah, I mean, how cool would that be? Because after it left,
yeah, I mean,
after it left their club, like you couldn't see where the ball went.
Well, this, like I was sitting there watching them tee off on some of these holes where the fairways in the middle weren't lit, right? You're right about that. And I kept on thinking about like being at Stony Creek's driving range at night, right? And you're hitting the ball and you're like, it's a mind fuck because like you don't see where the ball's going. So I'm assuming no matter how good you are and how straight you think you're going to hit it, I mean, looking down an alley of darkness probably, messes with your head a little bit. But yeah, I guess that'd be pretty funny. Or like, oh, I didn't have to, but like line the fairways, right, with the dust, the lit up dust. But
yeah, I mean something. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I think they're almost there. Like the structure, everything was great about it. There's no complaints. I'm just saying, in terms of playing under lights, and I'm sure this is probably stuff they've learned now that this was the first event. But like, yeah, I just felt like you had a hard time seeing where the ball was going, tracking the ball. And then to your point, like even standing on the tee box, like it was awfully dark.
Mm-hmm.
So whether that means bringing in more lights, but yeah, I just go back to like those Instagram videos of guys hitting like neon blue or neon yellow and pink ball. Like I think that would be super cool to see shots like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they get Titleist or somebody on board to do, a run of lighted balls. I don't know how that would affect, the match, but yeah, just something else to bring to the table. But overall, I thought it was great.
What'd you think of Tiger? What'd you take away from that though?
I thought he played better than I thought he was going to. I'll tell you who didn't play great was Rory. Like,
Yeah.
he had that one putt, but besides that, like, yeah, Tiger hit shots that I thought he was going to hit, but he also had some really good shots that I didn't know if he was capable of hitting still. Here's another thing too, is like, people are already writing this guy off. Like, I think Colin Montgomery pretty much said, like,
Yeah, he should have retired.
He should have retired. And then, guys were talking about, like, basically, you know, only like a ceremonial golfer does this, and like somebody who's like, on their way out. And I'm like, I don't think that's the case. I think Tiger's very much still very competitive, and I think he's going to play well in a lot of the majors. But to
He
say,
just
like,
looked like it's so much pain, man. He just looked in pain. Like when he was walking off that last hole, he looked like it just was in complete pain.
Dude, the first hole when he was walking up that hill to chip, I was like, man, I'm like, that limp is super noticeable. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is the first hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is he fighting through probably a lot of it? Yeah, I'm sure he is. But I think, like, in terms of golf and what he's going to be able to do, there's no doubt in my mind he could still compete in majors. And that's not saying every major or every tournament he's playing in, but you better believe he's going to be probably in the fight, down the road in a couple majors. That's for sure.
Sure. I just think about like this weekend. He's going to have to what 4 days of it is like,
right.
And he was struggling after 12 holes on Saturday night.
Right. I'm sure he was hurting the next day. And that brings us to our next point, Rob. We got the PNC this weekend.
Yeah.
Charlie looks literally 10 years older than he did last year. He's jacked. He's got
he grew like 2 feet.
Yeah. And supposedly he outdrove Tiger like 2 weeks ago.
Well, that's going back to the match. That was like really cool. Like him talking, like them, like Trevor asking him questions and being honest about everything and joking around. And I enjoyed, when the guys like JT or Spieth were in the bunker and they were talking about how they would hit that shot, what they would need to do. So, I know we're moving to PNC, but like overall, like you said, I think the match is on the right direction. And I think it's a lot better now with, 4, top golfers, explaining the game and stuff like that. So
sure. Did you feel like JT was kind of on Tiger's dick a little too much during that broadcast?
The one thing I just could not stand was, were they saying parts or parts?
Parts. You never heard parts?
No, I've never heard parts.
Really?
No. So
basically, your partner, your part.
No, yeah, right. I get it, but like it was like that was pretty fucking annoying.
Yeah, I don't like parts. I do like Pardo. Hey, Pardo. I don't know.
But yeah, I agree with that. I thought JT was he was playing that up a lot.
1,000%. Talking about Tiger's ball speed last week when they were together on the range and blah blah. Like I just felt like JT was too far up his ass.
That was interesting too, though. Like them asking after they found out that they would hear the ball speed, them constantly asking after each tee shot what the ball speed was.
Yeah, I mean that's just the kind of the nerdy golf in them, I guess.
Yeah,
I did like your boy Spieth a lot. He wasn't overwhelming like JT was. He was kind of just himself.
Mm-hmm. He had the best zinger at the end of it.
Yeah, so credit to your guy Spieth.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I enjoyed him a lot. He was a little bit more reserved, laid back, kind of more genuine, opposed to like I felt like JT was kind of more of a show. And then again, Rory was just kind of blah. Like I don't know if it was because he didn't play well and he was like down on himself, but yeah, Rory didn't bring much to the table. It would have been fun to have another guy in there like a Harry Higgs, although the quality of golf probably isn't the same, or like a Max Homa or somebody else that is going to go back and forth with those guys besides just Tiger.
Well, I mean, the good thing is, though, we got JT, Spieth, and Tiger again this weekend. So
this is true. Who do you like this weekend in the PNC?
I do. I like JT with his dad. I don't know if the dailies will go back to back. And I think Tiger's just like he said, he's going to be doing the putting. So And I don't know how Speed's dad is, to be honest with you. I don't even know if he's a big golfer or not, but I see JT and his dad taking the title.
Yeah, that's a good call. You don't think Tiger and Charlie are going to be around?
I'm not gonna say they're not gonna be around, but I don't think it's gonna be as close as it was last year with Daly and the Woods.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the Dailies will probably be up there again, just because I'm sure Little John's gotten better. John Daly probably doesn't even need practice. Spieth's another good one. The Sings, I'm sure, are probably going to be up there, and then our family favorite, the Sinks. I'm sure the Sinks are going to be back.
Well, you got Nelly there with her dad too, so.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. He wasn't that good though, was he?
No,
I
don't think so. I mean, he was a tennis star.
Yeah,
so.
That's right. But I think they were kind of in the middle of the pack last year.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm super pumped just to see another different format.
Yeah, another team golf.
Yeah, another team golf. Speaking of team golf, Rob, I have some news I'd like to tease on the South Side.
Okay.
So, speaking of team golf, the 2-man best ball tournaments are set in stone for the Southside Tour.
Okay.
As you recall, we're doing 2 tournaments per tour, so 6 total. Obviously, guys could play on, even if you're on the North or the West Side Tour, you're more than welcome to come and play on the Southside Tour, play in that tournament, I should say. But 2 of those dates and venues are locked in. One of them is going to be at George Dunn.
Okay.
And the other is going to be at Glenwoody.
Ooh, Glenwoody.
Yeah, and I think both of them are very, in terms of logistics, I think they're in a really good spot for a good turnout, as well as for tournament golf. I mean, George Dunn is a beast, but I think it's going to be super fun to play in a 2-man best ball format.
Yep.
Same with Glenwoody. I think Glenwoody is going to be fun, especially.
Oh, I love Glenwoody.
Yeah, especially the front 9, where I'm sure there's going to be some low scores, but then you have the back to deal with. So, yeah, we're super pumped about that. Like I said, those are locked in. We'll get dates out, probably in the next, coming months, but those are locked in. We're working on, obviously, the schedules. Something that we've been working on, Rob, is more strategic partnerships, and we just made one recently, and that was with PrimePutt. And PrimePutt is literally, I'm sure what kind of putting mat do you have at home, Rob? Do you have?
It's a brown rug.
Okay, so I had the perfect putt, and I say that in past tense because I already got rid of it.
Yep.
So the PrimePutt mat, and it's right behind me. Thing is insane. It is so realistic to an actual green. It's kind of scary. I even went as far as chipping on it.
Yeah, I saw the video of chipping. It looked good.
Yeah, it's super receptive to the ball. I mean, at first when you pull it out and lay it down, like you would think, because it was rolled up and in a box, like it would take a minute to form. It instantly is ready to go. Like you don't need to let it, sit out and kind of unfold. It's ready to go. The green's pure. Like I said, the speed and feel is so realistic. It's insane.
Really?
So yeah, head over to PrimePutt. You could head actually to our news page, and there's a link there with a special discount code for all CGT members, or anyone who's listening could head over to our website and check out our news page. But yeah, we're super pumped for that. Again, it's unbelievable. It's got 3 holes.
Especially good with the snow coming, man. Now it's time to start working on the short game and the putting.
So that's like one thing I've never really done in the off season. Obviously, I bang balls in here, in the winter, and sure I'll pick up a putter here and there and putt with it in the house. And the office one was really, just because of like limited space, and it was just easily accessible. But now it's like we have legit mats, and they're. It's so easy to just walk by and then spend 30 minutes on just maintaining a good stroke throughout the winter, which is super hard to do.
Yeah, no, I mean, videos and everything, it looks great. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it's a great partnership. Like I said, head over to our website, check it out. Nice little discount code there for the following. But we're gonna jump right into the top three, Rob. Are you ready for the top three?
I'm ready for the top three.
All right, hit me with it.
All right. So going back to the match, what are three things that you'd like to see added or changed to make it better?
Specifically under the lights.
No, just in general, the match in general.
Just
like,
in general.
what three things would you like to see moving forward that you think would, make it better?
So if we are talking lights, and I love the light concept, like it got me jacked up as a former player in high school football. Under the lights, like nothing was better, and then they would put on our schedule, hey, you're going to Loyola to play at 8 a.m. on a Saturday. It was like, really? Like there was nothing worse. So playing under the lights, I'm telling you, there's something about it. Every sport, whether it's MLB, NFL, college, it's just it elevates it 100 times more. So I'll take the lights all day. And if we're doing lights, I'm telling you, let's try a lighted golf ball. Let's just try it. Let's just give it a whirl. So that would be in the three.
So going back to that, not to like dive deeper on that, but when you say lighted golf ball, are you looking for like a coated golf ball, or like legit you put the stick in there like the night golf?
Rob, I don't give a shit what it is as long as the golf ball is lit up. You know the Instagram videos I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like at Pinehurst.
So you want it to be like the NHL with the bright back in the day, the highlighted puck.
Yeah. Let me see the ball. Let me see where it's going. I just think it'd be a cool little aspect.
You'd lose top tracer though, probably.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, that would be the top tracer though.
Yeah.
Number two, I would say maybe like throw a par 3 tournament or something in there, or some kind of like skills competition. Like bring that back. Bring back like the window breaking on big break, or something like that. Like where you got to hit it through the hoops. Some shit like that. Like let's mix it up. Let's have a little bit more fun. And then number one, I would just say like I think they put some good thought into the pairings this time, and I would stick to that, and I would hold off on like celebrities. I know Brady was tweeting about wanting to come back.
Right.
You had your fun. You wait your turn.
Right.
Bring on the golf guys. I want to. Plus, it's cool to see like a lot of these guys' personality, right? Because they don't get to do that a whole lot, besides like YouTube videos or whatnot. So I would just say, keep up with the good pairings. Guys like I already talked about Homa, Higgs, Kisner, stuff like that. So yeah, just I would say, bring on more golfers.
Okay.
And that's not to say, just PGA. I'm very open to LPGA.
Right.
So give me a Nelly Corda, give me a Lydia Ko. So how about you?
Yeah, no, I'm along the lines of that. I thought, and when I was listening to Shotgun Start too on Monday, they kind of brought it up too. Like it was, since they're in golf carts, I felt like there was a lot of like break time between shots or something like that. More commercials because they got the zip. So like, I think Andy called it an undercard, bring out another twosome and have them, or another foursome playing as well, the opposite way, so that you can go back and forth. So there's more golf to cover type deal thing.
That's a good.
I think that'd be kind of cool. Like to have that undercard, whether it be amateurs or Korn Ferry Tour players or whatnot, or up and coming. Two, I would love to see LPGA like mixed in, right? Get like Danielle Kang out there, or like Nelly Corda, and make it mixed teams, almost like the QBE Shootout type deal thing, but more of that would be great. I think it brought in the audience more. I mean, I'm sure bringing Tiger is the number one thing, but stuff like that. And the number one, I'd like them to I touched on it, like when they had those last 2 holes, like it'd be kind of cool. Like it's awesome that they raise money, right? And they have all these challenges. Like the one club hole was awesome, right? Stuff like that. It'd be kind of cool them, and I doubt it happened, but them to throw in their own money too, to be like more shit talking, like more, type deal thing. This is what I'm putting up. What can
Right.
you put up on this? So almost like how him and Phil did, right?
I was just gonna say,
Yeah, but bring more of that back in for some more entertainment of it.
yeah, I agree. I don't know. Maybe they told him to kind of stay away from that talk, considering Phil is, with Liv now.
Sure.
I don't know. I doubt it, but it could be a possibility. But yeah, I'm in 100% agreement with you. But that wraps it up, Rob. Another
Yeah.
great episode. We have Christmas coming up, so we're going to be looking forward to next week's episode. Will be a Christmas themed episode. But until next time, big guy, we'll see you in the fairway.
See you in the fairway, Tom.
See you, buddy.